Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about how to build a holiday capsule wardrobe that helps you pack light but still look polished, pulled together and like yourself in every outfit. Because I think so many of us do one of two things when we pack for holiday. We either massively overpack but still end up feeling like we have nothing to wear, or we pack lots of practical pieces that make sense on paper but once we get there they don't quite feel like us. So in this video I want to show you how to create a holiday wardrobe that feels light, versatile and chic without falling into the trap of packing lots of random pieces that only work once. And I also want to talk about this in a way that feels body positive and realistic. So this is not about dressing to look smaller, taller or to hide yourself. It's about proportions, balances, line, comfort and ease, and how to create outfits that really feel like you. Because the most polished outfits are usually not the ones with the most pieces. They're the ones where the lines feel clean, the proportions feel intentional and everything works together. So let's get into it. Number one, start with the reality of your trip. So before you even think about individual clothes, think about the actual shape of the holiday. What kind of trip is it really? Is it beach and pool? Is it a city break? Is it sightseeing all day and dinners in the evening? Or is it a relaxed villa life with the occasional lunch out? Or is it a bit more dressed up and social? I think this is where people often go wrong. They pack for a fantasy version of the trip rather than the one they are actually taking. A good capsule wardrobe starts with your real life on holiday. Think in terms of categories instead. A travel day, daytime exploring, pool or beach, relaxed lunches, evening meals, and maybe one slightly more dressed up option. That gives you structure straight away and stops you panic packing lots of just in case pieces. Number two, choose a color story. One of the easiest ways to pack lighter is to stop thinking about individual outfits and start thinking in terms of a color palette. That might be cream, navy and black, it might be tan, white and chocolate, it might be soft khaki, ecru and gold, or a base of neutrals with one accent color like cobalt or red or sunset orange. That makes a suitcase feel calm and coherent, and it also means your shoes, your bag, your layers and your jewelry all work much harder. The strongest capsule wardrobes are usually built around versatile pieces that can be worn on repeat, that mix easily together and where every item earns its place by working in multiple looks. So rather than asking how many outfits do I need, ask how many combinations can I create from fewer pieces. That one shift changes everything. Number three, build the core of your capsule. So for a typical warm weather holiday, I would build around a few key categories. First, one lightweight layer. That could be a linen shirt, a relaxed button-through shirt, a fine knit for the plain, or a soft overshirt. This kind of piece works so hard for you because it can be worn open, over swimwear, or with trousers, or shorts in the day, or it can be worn over a dress on a cooler evening. Second, two easy day tops. Think a vest tank, a t-shirt, a sleeveless top that works with everything. Third, one slightly smarter top, so something that feels just a little bit more elevated, can be added with an earring, a sandal and a small bag for the evening. Fourth, two bottoms, for example one relaxed trouser or short and one skirt or second trouser. Fifth, one dress, ideally something you can wear in the daytime with flats and sunglasses and then restyle in the evening by throwing on some extra jewelry and a smarter sandal. And sixth, one cord or matching set. This is one of the smartest packing tricks because it instantly gives you three looks. You can wear it together, wear the top with something else and wear the bottom with something else on top. That is why cords are such a useful holiday piece. They make you look polished very quickly, but they're also incredibly practical because they give you more outfit options without taking up more space in your suitcase. Then I would add two pairs of shoes, usually one flat daytime pair and one evening option. One bag that can work harder than you think, swimwear and then a few accessories. That's it. Not tiny, not restrictive, just edited. Point four, think about proportions and lines. So this is where a capsule stops looking basic and starts looking intentional. When you're choosing pieces, pay attention to the line of the outfit. If the bottom half is relaxed or wide, like a loose linen trouser or a fuller skirt option, then go for a neater top, which creates a lovely balance. If the top is oversized or drapey, then a straighter, cleaner bottom can help the overall look feel more balanced. If you wear top and bottom in similar tones, they can create a lovely, uninterrupted line that feels elegant and calm. And if something is cropped or boxier, just think about where it visually finishes and what that does to the proportions of the whole outfit. This is not about dressing for a body type, it's simply about noticing shape, scale, and balance. A much more useful set of questions is, do I like the line this creates? Does this feel balanced? Do I like how this skims or drapes or falls? That's a much better approach to dressing than thinking about body shape or trying to hide parts of our body. Point 5, packing hacks that make a difference. Now let's talk practical packing hacks, because this is where you can save so much space. First is to pack pieces that share the same shoes. If one pair of shoes only works with one outfit, it's worth asking whether it really needs to come. The second is to repeat your layer. A linen shirt, for example, can work over swimwear, with shorts, with trousers, over a dress on a cooler evening, or tied around the shoulders. One hard-working layer does far more than lots of separate options. The third is the co-ord trick. As I said, a co-ord is one of the easiest ways to pack light and still look chic. Worn together, it looks intentional and elevated. Worn separately, it multiplies your wardrobe. The fourth is to choose fabrics carefully. Breathable, lightweight fabrics are easier to wear, easier to layer, and usually easier to rewear on holiday. Linen, cotton viscose blends, and knits tend to work beautifully, and they don't crease. No one wants to take a steamer or an iron on holiday. And the fifth is to wear your bulkiest pieces in transit, even if that is just your knit, your overshirt, your trainers, and a larger tote. It frees up so much room in your case. Point 6, now let's talk about how to make outfits transition from day to night, because this is where people often overpack. A lot of us assume we need a separate daytime wardrobe and a separate evening wardrobe, but usually you really don't. The best holiday wardrobes are built around pieces that can shift mood quickly. So, for example, a linen trouser and simple tank in the day can become evening ready with a sharper sandal, gold jewellery and a better bag. A shirt worn open over swimwear by day can be buttoned up, half tucked and paired with earrings for dinner. A simple black, navy or chocolate dress can work with flat sandals and sunglasses in the day and then be restyled with a cuff, a nicer sandal, maybe a heel, with a little more intention in the evening. A co-ord with flat slides by day can look really polished in the evening simply by changing the styling. So rather than packing lots of separate night outfits, ask yourself, can I style the same pieces differently? This is what keeps your suitcase smaller and your wardrobe more cohesive. Point 7, a simple 7 to 10 day capsule example. So let me give you a simple example of what this might look like for a 7 to 10 day holiday. You could pack one linen shirt, one smarter evening blouse or top, two simple vests or t-shirts, one pair of easy linen or cotton trousers, one pair of shorts or a skirt, one co-ord, one dress, one or two swimsuits depending on the trip, one lightweight knit or extra layer for travel, flat daytime sandals, one smarter evening sandal, one day bag that can also work for lunch or travel, and a few pieces of jewellery. From that, you can create a travel outfit, pool looks, sightseeing outfits, lunch outfits, 2 or 3 evening looks, and lots of different combinations in between. And the reason it works is because each piece connects to the others. Not because you packed less for the sake of it, but because you packed better. Point 8, keep it body positive. And I think this is the most important thing to think about. A polished holiday wardrobe should come from choosing clothes that feel good to wear, that move well, that sit well, and that create lines and proportions you enjoy. When packing, try asking yourself, do I like how this hangs? Do I like where this top finishes? Do I like this neckline on me? Do I like the balance of this outfit? Can I walk, sit, eat, relax, and enjoy my day in this? Because confidence on holiday usually has more to do with comfort, ease, and familiarity than with chasing some imaginary perfect look. And when you feel comfortable, that's often when you look the most polished. So if you want to pack light and still look polished on holiday, the answer is not more clothes, it's more intention. Start with the reality of the trip. Choose a clear colour story, build around breathable, versatile pieces, use co-ords and repeatable layers. Think in proportions and lines, and create outfits that can shift from day to night with just a few styling changes. That is what makes a holiday capsule feel chic, easy, and genuinely useful. If you enjoyed this video, I would love to know in the comments, are you an overpacker? Or have you mastered the art of the holiday capsule? Let me know. And if you enjoyed this, do go and take a look at my other videos for lots of style tips and tricks, and follow along for more.